Hey there. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so excited. Oh my God. I've been waiting for this video for the longest time. A couple reasons why I was hesitating. One of the things is that when I did the first microneedling session on my cesarean scar, I had a little bit of itching after a few weeks. And I realized that it was because when my scar started to peel, when the skin started to peel where I did the microneedling, I didn't do anything. I just let it naturally slough off and just kind of washed it with soap and water. Well, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough at all. So now I know that you have to put a little bit more, put your back into it when that thing starts to peel. You got to get that dead skin off, or else it's going to sit there and, fungus, mold, whatever is just harboring under that skin. So that's my lesson that I learned, and that's one of the reasons that it took me so long. The other reason that I'm inspired today is because I got a brand new subscriber. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. I just can't tell you. Now I have 10. Oh my God, I thought this day would never come. Okay, so thank you so much for subscribing. You're so amazing. That's so cool because my videos are so like amateur and everything, and it's just so cool to have subscribers. So let's get to it, shall we? So the first thing, obviously, before I do any microneedling whatsoever, is going to be numbing. So I'm going to numb myself. I have this lidocaine 5%. It's the same one that I used last time. I just haven't gotten around to ordering a new one with the world ending and everything. So I'll get around to it though, probably sometime this week. Very important because I want to get a stronger one so I can go a lot deeper. So I'm just going to go ahead and numb the area. This time I'm doing it while everything is set up because last time I let it sit on there too long. I did the numbing and then I did other stuff, and it ended up sitting on there for about, I would say 30 minutes even. And that was much too long. So you don't want your numbing cream to be on there for 30 minutes. You want to just have it on there. I'm setting a timer this time for 15 minutes while I talk to you about what I'm going to do this time that I didn't do last time. Now I just want to say that I'm doing something weird, and that's another reason I was hesitating, because I was like, do I really want to do this weird thing, which is to use my homemade collagen supplement on this for this microneedling? And the answer is yes. Yes. Yesterday, I tried this homemade collagen homemade supplement on my microneedling scar, and I can't tell you how extremely silky smooth the area has become. So this is what it looks like. And basically what this is a homemade collagen supplement. This has beef tendon in it. Beef tendon, something you can get from the Asian store. The Asians have introduced me to so many wonderful things. When you go to eat pho, you can order beef tendon in your pho. That's how I was turned on to it. I don't eat pho without beef tendon, and mostly when I make pho at home, it has this kind of beef broth, this kind of bone broth. Look at it. It's very, very gelatinous. I made a little video of how I make. So this is just a little insert, a little quickie about collagen. You can find collagen supplements for like $1,000. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I mean, the collagen supplements that you find on the market today are extremely expensive, very pricey, and very worth it, because collagen is the connective tissue in your skin, and it makes your skin beautiful and helps to repair your joints and ligaments. But this is just a piece of collagen basically, and gelatin. This is beef tendon, which is a product that the Asian people use a lot in pho, and so I've been making bone broth with it. And a note about vitamin C: you have to mix vitamin C with your collagen in order for those amino acids to really do the trick. So I'm just going to be using about a tablespoon of vitamin C in with this beef tendon. This is like one stalk of the beef tendon. It comes with like 5 of them. And I'll be putting water up to about a little less than halfway because I want to make this really concentrated for the microneedling. But you can also use into this because the beef tendon is very, very firm. It's very firm. I forgot to start my timer, so I got 15 minutes. The beef tendon is very, very firm. It's very strong because you can imagine a cow is a heavy animal, and the tendons have to be very strong to hold that animal and get that animal to have mobility. So beef tendon is just magnificent. That's what they use in all of these body products, you know, all these really high-end collagen supplements and stuff. It's all just it's beef tendon essentially. So I thought, well, you know, I don't want to spend $50 on a collagen supplement. So what can I do? They actually inject this as a filler. Well, they used to, but it's not as easy to mold it and shape it as some of the newer fillers. So they have produced a lot of synthetic fillers now that they use, and they can also, you know, take fat from somewhere in your body and use it for filler as well. And that's easily shapeable and moldable, and it lasts forever. But this right here, I mean, yes, it's homemade, and no, I'm not going to be injecting it internally, but I will be microneedling with it. So as a preservative, I added some iodine, which is going to kill any kind of bacteria that might be in there. And I also added some hydrochloric acid just to be on the safe side. So this does have hydrochloric acid and iodine, not very much, just a couple of drops, just to make sure that it's extremely sterile and extremely clean, because I will be microneedling with, you know, what is this? This is 36 needles with a 36 needle cartridge. So I want to make sure that I'm not sticking any kind of nasty bacteria into my skin, especially in a vulnerable area such as a cesarean scar. So I'm getting my 36 needle cartridge out, and no, you cannot reuse these. Okay, yes, I'm zero waste, and of course I thought about, well, how can I reuse this? You know, because I don't like producing a lot of garbage. But you can't reuse them because the needles get dull after you use them once. So they have to be thrown away. So they're not expensive though. They're really cheap, but that wasn't really the point. The point is that I just don't like producing a lot of waste. So I have my Charmant, the same one I used last time. And I'm going to be, hopefully I'll get the needles up a little bit higher this time. Last time I had them really low because I numbed for too long and it was painful. So I wasn't able to have the needles up nearly as high as I would like to. So I'm going to start off with them all the way up and see if I can handle that, see how that goes. And then I'll just lower them as needed. The other thing that I want to share with you is about aftercare. Okay, after I did this the last time, my area became very inflamed. It was very red, which is natural. You expect that because you actually are wounding yourself. So the area was red, it was puffy. It wasn't real bad. It was just a little bit of swelling, a little bit of redness, not too bad. And then after that phase ended, it started to peel. And as it was peeling, it was like really peeling a lot. Like a lot of skin was peeling off, and I didn't know what to do, so I just washed it with soap and water, like, you know, like the rest of my body. Well, that wasn't good enough. Actually, it needs more because it started to itch after I, you know, just was neglecting it. So today I'm making a scrub. I'm going to make a body scrub that's going to take care of that skin when it starts to slough off. So what I have is I have dry and wet ingredients. I'm going to make a salt scrub. And I'm using the best salt in the world. This is pink Himalayan salt. It says salt 84. The reason that 84 is on there is because this has all 84 minerals in it. It doesn't just have sodium chloride. It has all of the minerals in it. This is the best salt in the world. So I'm going to be starting with that. You can use that as an exfoliant. You can also use ground rice. You can put rice in your coffee grinder or in your magic bullet and use that as well as pumice. There's a few, but you know, something to exfoliate, something that's going to scrub it. The other thing I'm putting in there that I put in there already is vitamin C powder, because I use vitamin C for absolutely everything internally and externally. Vitamin C is wonderful for the skin. And your collagen, if you're taking any kind of collagen supplements or doing stuff with collagen, you have to use vitamin C with it or it's just going to be a waste. So if you make bone broth, make sure that you add some vitamin C, or make sure that you take a vitamin C supplement with your bone broth. Okay, the next dry ingredient is going to be turmeric. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. So the vitamin C is antifungal, antibacterial, and the turmeric is anti-inflammatory. So that's what I have for the dry ingredients. For the wet ingredients, I'm using just a little bit of tea tree oil. Tea tree oil is known for its antifungal properties, but it also has skin lightening and skin tightening qualities as well. Tea tree oil is great for the skin. So there's some of that in there. I'm putting just a drop of the iodine in there because this is going to be in the fridge for about a week until I start peeling, and it has to stay fresh. So this iodine is going to help it stay fresh, but only a drop. Because keep in mind, everything that you put on your body goes in your body. Your skin is a sponge, and it really does absorb absolutely everything. So you want to make sure that you're not using things and body products on you that you wouldn't be able to ingest orally, because it is just like ingesting orally. It's literally like that. So the next thing I'm going to put is a drop of hydrochloric acid, just as a preservative, once again, to make sure there's not bacteria growing in here for while this stuff is in the fridge. Because this will last for 6 weeks in the fridge like this easily with the preservatives. But if you don't have preservatives, then just make small batches, use them up in a week, that's fine. And then this is the cannabis oil that I made. This cannabis oil I've been using in everything. I've been using it on my skin and my hair, and I just love it. I also been using it in my mouth. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. This also has vitamin A. I used there was like half vitamin A in here, and the vitamin A was kind of thick, and I poured the cannabis oil with it and been mixing it, and I can't tell you, my eyesight has improved incredibly much with that combination. I mean, the vitamin A is good for your eyesight anyway, but with the cannabis oil and the vitamin A, it's just been amazing. And it's also very good for the skin. So I'm putting some of that in there, because the base of this was grapeseed oil, and that has vitamin E. So now you have A and E in there. So now I'm just going to mix those wet ingredients together and then pour them into the dry. And that's a scrub. That's it. I mean, really, you don't even need all these preservatives and stuff that I'm putting in here. You could just use salt and oil. That's good enough. You can also use sugar and oil for a scrub. But I find that sugar is really quite drying to my skin. I have dry skin, and sugar is really good for people with oily skin. Or if you have oily spots on your skin, then sugar is wonderful to control that oil. So now I got my scrub, and I meant to pour it in here because this one actually has a lid. So that's going to go in there, and then I'm just going to put the lid on and put this in the fridge. Now this scrub can be used to get dead skin off of anywhere in your body. So yeah, scrubs. And you can make that real, like, for stuff that's in your cupboard. You can use rice, sugar, or salt. Okay, so I have 6 more minutes to go. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes exactly on the dot. And I'm just gonna do this and try not to be vulgar. Hopefully that's not revealing more than what you really need to see. So yes, I've gained some weight. I gained some fat, especially right around here for Corona break, because it's kind of been boring and stuff. So I just been eating. But you just wait till that gym opens back up, buddy. I'll show you. So I just got the numbing cream off. Now I'm gonna put the homemade gelatin supplement on here. I put this on yesterday and I poked myself with a needle just to see if there would be any kind of allergic reaction, and there wasn't. So that's why I feel confident about going ahead and doing this today. Ooh, it's really, really luxurious and silky, super nice. Okay, so let's start needling. I got my Charmant on, and I got the needles all the way up, which I'm gonna see if I can handle that. Oh yeah, that feels pretty good. All right, so if you have cheap numbing cream, folks, 15 minutes, that's all you need. Now, I have to admit that I think my scar, the actual scar itself, got a little bit darker from me doing this. And, I mean, I won't say that the scar got darker, but it became more noticeable to me. Because, you know, you have a baby and you don't really look at the scar, you just try to cover it. You know, you try to, out of sight, out of mind. That's what happened to me. I just forgot about it. I had the baby, and I knew I had the scar there, because you always get reminded whenever it's time to go into that special mode with someone that you like. And then you always think, oh man, I wish I didn't have that scar sitting right there. What a bummer. That's why I'm focusing above the scar. Last time I really focused a lot on the scar, on the dark part of the scar, but actually, and I should have shaved this because it is getting a little bit caught in there. But the inflammation from the cesarean itself is above the scar in this area right here. So it's not really the scar itself, but the scar tissue is above that, and that's what I want to try to affect with this. So I'm just breaking down that scar tissue. I have to say that it did go down. Not a lot, you know, it did go down that much. There's a lot of things you can do to enhance that. You can use a vibrational, you know, you can use a massager. The harder and more firm the vibration, the better, because you can break up that scar tissue. You can also take proteolytic enzymes, which I've been taking, not all that consistently, but if you take enzymes, you know, digestive enzymes between meals, that digests and helps to break down your scar tissue if you have scar tissue anywhere in your body. So I take those from time to time. This feels so good. I'd love to go much deeper though. I'm actually not going as deep as I can go just because I can feel, you know, I'm just doing it to my comfort level. But it helps. Even though this isn't like the deepest or whatever, it helps a lot. I mean, the stretch marks were more shallow, but I got some stretch marks in here, and there was just a lot more contrast between my skin, my regular skin, and the stretch mark skin before, and now, after doing this the first time, that contrast was a lot less. And generally speaking, just the whole area, like really silky. This feels really nice and silky and smooth. And these hairs are really causing a problem, so please forgive me for that. I'm definitely going to shave all these hairs. So next time, it'll just be smooth sailing. I had it shaved injury inside there, inside your skin. It stimulates the skin to produce new skin. And it really did the job. Like, it actually made new skin. And the new skin is of better quality. It has a smoother, nicer appearance. I was very pleased with the results. I left lower. I put it lower down before. That's not as fast. Faster, faster, faster. Woo! 10. Applying as much pressure as I could if I was more numb. And I can't even really get down in the scar because of the hairs. Silly me. I wasn't thinking about that. But like I said, it's really this area up here on top of the scar. This is the place that has the stretch marks and the inflammation. The scar tissue is right here. You can just do it like that. I'll do the lift and press technique. Wow, this is so much better with the 15 minutes instead of the 30 minutes of numbing. And the collagen is beautifully slippy. It's actually working really, really well. So that's it. Now, I'm just going to wipe this away. This is the alcohol pad. As usual, it's food grade alcohol, which is just vodka, 40% alcohol, with, without any rubbing alcohol. You don't want to be using rubbing alcohol anywhere near your body. If you drink rubbing alcohol, you will die in a matter of hours. It's really bad stuff.